Hey everybody, welcome back to a dinner and a show on the road on this bright Friday morning. I'm Brian. I actually watched this movie last Friday, a week ago, but I just didn't get around to filming my review for it because I was a part of the 48-hour film festival that was in Arkansas. And what do you know? Tanner, who you all know and love, um, led the project. I was on his team. It was amazing, and we ended up with a pretty good film. So yeah, if you are in the area, you should totally watch it. I think they all premiere on the 20th at the Ron Robinson Theater. So yeah, stop on by. Tanner and I will be there. But anyway, so Ant-Man and the Wasp. So this is the movie that came out right after Infinity War, or the Marvel movie that's right after Infinity War, and it's definitely got a lot going for, or against, well, maybe against it, because I mean, Infinity War was such a big movie. You had like almost every superhero there, with the exception of Ant-Man and Hawkeye, and probably a few others in between. So yeah, so the premise is, Scott, played by Paul Rudd, he's under house arrest because he broke the Sokovia Accords when he helped Captain America in Civil War. And Randall Park, who plays Officer Jimmy Woo, is supervising him, making sure that he doesn't do anything crazy or break his Sokovia, or break the house arrest rule. He plays with his daughter. I think her name is Abby. I always forget her last name, but Cassie's is the character for Paul Rudd's daughter. Yeah, they're playing around and stuff, and they have a nice co-parenting relationship. He does with his ex-wife and her new husband. And I think one day Scott gets some sort of weird vision. And it was when he was in the quantum realm in the last movie. And it had Janet, who was Hank Pym's wife. Hank Pym played by Michael Douglas. Janet played by Michelle Pfeiffer. Yeah, so he calls Hank and Hope played by Evangeline Lilly, telling him about the dream, thinking, for some reason that maybe Janet is still alive and, not dead, like everyone thought, because if he got out of the quantum realm, maybe she did too. Or maybe she can as well. So, he calls him, and then Hank and Hope pick him up. So now he has to worry about the house arrest deal. And so they're going to try and make a portal to get into the quantum realm to rescue Janet. Yeah, so this is a really fun movie. I actually enjoy this a lot better than the first one. I mean, the first one was a lot of fun because it was just a small, heist movie. This was a big rescue effort movie. So I mean, I like these small storylines rather than for Ant-Man rather than the big ones. You do explore a lot of the powers, I guess, that Hope does, because she's the Wasp. So she does a lot of fun, intense action sequences, a lot of shrinking and growing, from like really tiny to like huge. So I mean, that's a ton of fun. You also have Michael Douglas's Hank Pym. He actually does something other than exposition, which is nice because Michael Douglas is a fantastic actor. This takes place right before Infinity War, so you don't get a lot of yeah, you just don't. Yeah, so I mean, they do reference the other Avengers, but it's it's really, you know, self-contained, which I kind of like for just Ant-Man, because, you know, he's already a character that people like to make fun of. He's not like, it's almost like the Aquaman of the Marvel verse, but you know, he's really fun. He's really funny. Paul Rudd's great. The best thing that this movie has going for it is the relationship between Abby and Scott. It's absolutely adorable. It's cute. I mean, at the beginning of the movie, or close to the very beginning of the movie, Scott and Abby are playing a cardboard fort that expands for the entire house. Like, that's how big this cardboard fort is. It goes even outside. So he does everything he can to, you know, make sure that Cassie's having a great time, even though, you know, they can't leave the house. You know, they're not just watching TV all the time. You know, he's making a big effort to be a part of her life. And she, in return, also encourages him to do the superhero stuff. You know, there are a lot of people that are like, don't do it. You know, I think his ex-wife and, you know, and her husband are, you know, trying to tell him to stop. You know, I mean, they're not in the movie that much, so you get that a lot, but, you know, the times that they're there, you know, I mean, they want him out, you know, of house arrest, because he's only got a few days left. But, yeah, but Cassie's like, yeah, you can, yeah, you should do it, you know, get someone watching your back. And so that was really cool. I like it. Ant-Man and the Wasp, the combo together, they're pretty awesome. I liked it. Really good teaming up. Yeah, I think Hank was a more likable character. He was still a jerk, you know, but he was more of an empathetic jerk. So, like, we know why he's a jerk. There are a few villains. One is a huge toss-away, and I really wish that they did better, because, you know, it was actually pretty funny. I think Tommy Goggins is the name. He was in the Tomb Raider. He was the villain there. But he plays Sonny Birch, and he's just like a mob boss that wants Hank's tech to sell to the black market. The real villain of the movie that I think should have had much more attention and just have the primary focus, which I guess they did, but it was a good chunk of that was taken away to, you know, give to a pointless villain that was really only used to get parts for the quantum portal that Hope and Hank need. The Ghost, who is, I forget her name. I want to say it's like John. I mean, she's in Game of, her last name's like John Haley or something like that. I'm butchering your name, sorry. She was in Game of Thrones, I believe. But she knocked it out of the park. I liked her performance as Ghost. Ghost has some really cool powers. I mean, she was infected with, like, quantum energy, and so she can phase through stuff. But it's killing her, and so she's trying to find a cure for it so that, you know, she won't die. And then you also have Lawrence Fishburne, who used to be Goliath. He worked with Hank on a few projects. And then you have, you have Lewis back and his crew. Michael Pena, plays Lewis. Yeah, they were fun. They didn't. I don't think they had as much to do as in the other movie. But, you know, they were still, every time they were on screen, it was great. You know, they're trying to they have a security business, and they're trying to, you know, get it back off the ground. They're trying to, just start a company so that they can, you know, be a business, because, you know, ex-cons, you know, they don't really do well, you know, in the outside world. Yeah, so all the characters were fine. I think the biggest thing that it has going against it is just Sonny Birch and his crew. They're pretty useless. They only were meant for, like, action sequences and car chases, and just something else to take Hank's lab. That's pretty much it. Everyone's after Hank's lab. Let's see what else. music, I didn't really pay attention to the music a lot. There are two end credit sequences. One of them was very important to the plot. Yeah, one of them, yeah, does tie into Infinity War. And the other one, it's just kind of a throwaway. So, it was pretty cool. Overall, I had a really fun time. The jokes were on point for the most part. There was a lot of emotional heart to it. Yeah, I mean, this is a solid high five movie. Is it the best Marvel movie out there? No. But I think it deserves a lot more attention than people are giving it. This is a lot of fun. Just a nice break from how big Infinity War was, and just kind of small scale adventure. And yeah, it's terrific. So yeah, solid high five movie. Yeah, go watch it. I think you guys will enjoy it. So that's all for me. I'm Brian, and until next time, I will see you at the movies.